Speak loud. Hi, and welcome to Cranial Diarrhea. I'm Tiff.
I'm Dash. DoorDash.
I do have a Grubhub order coming.
I figured you did. Don't worry about what you ordered from Grubhub, right? What did you order from Grubhub?
Arby's. I got a chicken
Hey, have you
wrap.
tried their new hamburger?
No, I just heard about it.
Yeah,
But I'm on a diet, so I can't have it.
well, you can splurge and just not eat the bun. Or you can just watch me eat it and I'll tell you if it's good or not.
Hardly worth it.
Are you sure?
It's not worth it.
Did you know, first fun fact,
No, what?
who?
Already?
Yes, Arby's has a hamburger. That's the first fun fact. Did you know that? I didn't know that till somebody told me. Have they not been advertising this thing?
I mean, maybe, but I don't really watch a lot of like actual TV.
I was thinking about it yesterday. I was watching Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
And they're like standing there with their little whatever it was, and they're like, "Shh, did you hear that?" And I'm like, nobody heard that.
It's literally me. Like,
But they
literally
did.
me every day. I'm like, did you hear that?
They
It's
did
just me in the room,
have
only
this
me.
cool thing where it's like a grid, and it's supposed to show you if something walks in front of it.
Yeah, no. So Ghost Adventures has one too, and it's like the those Wii things that like the little dots.
The wee little dots. It's the wee. It's for small ghosts.
I know what I'm talking about.
The wee little dot ghost.
No one else might, but I know what I'm talking about, and that's what's important.
That is. Oh, something got me. That's very important.
So I want to point out that Dad knew he was going to be on camera and purposefully chose this shirt.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
I
want to point out that daughter's on drink number what?
3.
3?
3.
This is going to get more
3.
interesting as we go.
Oh, it's already going to be interesting because Dad took too long to get here. Also, we are not in the studio today. We are back on the patio.
Can I see that again? What was that? Is that your ET phone home dance?
Oh my god.
ET phone home.
This is why no one watches.
Phone home. What do you blame?
No, I don't blame them. Oh, we might have some exciting news coming soon.
Maybe. Yes. We're working on something
Working on something
that
big
nobody will listen to.
that no one will listen to. That's okay.
So it worked out. It's okay.
That's okay. I'll call in.
There you go. We'll call in. Oh, you are not
Oh
right.
my god. So he left his handy dandy notebook at his house.
I did.
Which means that he is currently looking up facts on his phone.
I am.
Once again, I would like to say that he was not prepared.
This show prep is amazing.
Preps for the other show.
Would you like to hear the first fun fact?
Sure.
There's more people in Kentucky than bourbon.
More people in Kentucky than bourbon?
Than bourbon in Kentucky.
False.
That is false. There's more bourbon than people.
Oh, I cheated.
That's a fascinating. Did you look at the phone?
No, I looked at Brandon.
Oh, look, she got to cheat. She got to cheat.
My husband's out here. Do you want to come say hi?
Nope.
Angela, you
Did
want
you
to come
not-
say hi?
No, your podcast is boring.
There is a city in Oregon named Boring. People are called Bornites.
Is that a fact?
That is the next fact. Is there
Oh.
a city named Boring, Oregon, and the people are named Bornites?
Is there a city?
At least they're not called Bornifications.
Brandon, get on the Google.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that played right into granddaughter saying boring.
True.
That is true. You're 2 for 2.
Ooh.
Jeez, you're
The
better.
key is rum.
The key. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting you to get that one.
Well, I got it.
Oh,
This show's going really fast. Is it going too fast?
it is really going kind of fast. I mean, we're only 5 minutes in and we've already done 2 facts and you're 2 for 2. but you will not get this one.
Okay.
The donut is the most iconic food in America.
They make bourbon in Canada now.
They make bourbon in Canada?
Bourbon used to be Ohio, Central Kentucky, Central Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more Kentucky than any.
The donut is the most iconic food in America.
Oh, the hamburger.
Would you stop?
False.
Look at that. You got an answer machine over here that's nailing every one of them. And he got it. Twinkies, too. Look at that. He
Is it
got
Twinkies?
it. It is Twinkies.
Oh!
It is Twinkies.
Okay, you can't answer. I have to answer.
Man, all of this great knowledge.
And I work at Nissan. Ain't that a bitch?
Anyway.
I'm out of facts. I gotta go somewhere else. Here, I got more. Just wait.
Okay.
This show prep is so amazing. Ah, here's one.
Okay.
Concrete made in America is denser than concrete made in other countries.
I don't remember what dense
She
means.
turned to me and said, "What does dense mean?"
It's more solid.
You nailed
More-
that one.
More solid. So, okay, say the question again.
Object's density is
Concrete made in America is more dense than concrete made in other countries.
False.
That is true.
Who said false?
Me.
Fired.
We pump air into our concrete.
Fired.
Yes, we use a heavier sand according to this. Who knew?
Let's Google. It doesn't talk about correct about everything.
Can't always be the
Lies and deceit.
Like me down.
I feel like I have to sit up so people can see me.
So you don't fade into the background?
It's dark.
All right, so I'm waiting for another website to load here. So how was your week, daughter?
Oh man. Let me tell you the story about how Tiffany accidentally got fired. This was last week, but I'm still recovering emotionally. So, my boss's boss, okay, was messaging me, and we were messaging back and forth, whatever. And then she goes, let me preface this by saying that I got fired 2 years ago. I didn't get fired, but they removed that position, and so I had to move into a lower position.
You got chunked for your Hitler mustache. It's not there this week.
Anywho, so anyway, we're messaging back and forth, and she goes, "Oh, I don't know if anybody told you, but they're now getting rid of your position again." And I was like, so I messaged her first, and I was like, all capital letters, like, what? ... And then I immediately pulled up my email and I typed "to whom it may concern," because I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going through this again. So then my IM is going crazy, right? So I go back to that, and it's messages from her, and she's like, "Oh my God, no, call me. Oh my God, please call me." And she lists her phone number, and she's like, please call me. And so I call her, and she says, "Tiffany, that was not supposed to say they are now getting rid of your position again. That was supposed to say they are not." She was like, "I didn't even see it until you responded with what?"
Instant resign.
And I was like, that is the worst typo in the history of typos.
Yes.
I was like, I was literally typing my resignation. Like that was happening. Oh my God. And then so this week, she messaged me. I put in sick time. This was last week too. I don't know why I said this week, but I put in sick time. I wasn't feeling well, and I accidentally put it in for Saturday because I'm an idiot. And she came back and she was like, "Did you mean to put this in for Saturday?" And I was like, "No. Can you fix that for me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Wait, why are you approving my time? Because my boss approves my time, not you." And she goes, "Oh, well, effective as of like an hour ago, I'm your boss. Like, you report to me now." And I said, well, as long as you don't accidentally fire me again, we'll be okay. And she goes, oh my God, I did not. Stop. I was like, you did. You did.
Did you know July 4th is not the actual day the United States declared sovereignty from Britain?
No one wants to chime in here? Okay.
Your Elvis went to sleep. Like everybody else watching this show.
True.
I'm not playing this game no more when you're having drinks. You're too good at it.
Is that
It's
right?
actually, July 2nd is when they actually voted to
Why do
ratify
we celebrate it
sovereignty.
on the 4th?
I don't know. It's a good question.
What do you want to remember?
You didn't do your research on that?
No.
Again, he doesn't prep for this show. That's why we're not successful.
Did you know that time
He doesn't
actually...
want to answer that. He doesn't have an answer to that.
I do as much prep for this show as I do the other one.
This one's for fun. The other one's work.
The other one has become work, yes. But
And
it's
to
still
plug,
fun.
just once again to plug, if anyone's interested in listening to two old men talking about the 80s, it's D&D 80s, D&D Dynamite 80s. Right?
Mhm.
I almost said .com.
We actually have hats and everything.
Oh, they have hat. Oh.
Yeah, we had hats made. We got a sponsor that
Why
made
don't we
hats.
have hats? We should have hats that have a brain with a big old turd.
I don't think I'd walk around with that. Did you know that time actually stands still?
Time stands still?
Mm-hmm.
What? Explain this to me.
Time stands still.
No. Explain the concept.
So like time doesn't move.
No, I understand. Why are you saying that?
Because I'm reading it right now.
I need more information.
Okay, so
Okay.
twice a year there's that confusing morning when you wake up and realize you forgot to change the clocks for daylight saving time, unless you live in one of the rare places that doesn't participate. Arizona.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, wait,
Yukon,
stop.
Hawaii.
I know where you're going with this.
Why?
True.
But you made me go into the story, so it doesn't count. You don't get credit for that. It's like Vanderbilt scoring a touchdown. It's not going to happen.
Surprisingly, yes. However, time standing still does not happen in our dimension.
It doesn't happen in our dimension. It
It's a
happens.
parallel
It
universe.
happens in the multiverse.
Rather, it's fifth dimension.
So, okay, wait. I want to stop you right there because not stop you, but I want to pause. So in Angela, was it Doctor Strange where they said
No.
when you're dreaming,
When you're dreaming,
it's a
of
different
yourself.
version of you in the multiverse.
No,
So-
experiencing whatever the dream
Experiencing whatever is happening in your life.
So now we're taking life coaching event from Dr.
is.
Strange.
If you,
No, listen,
If you're falling
listen.
off a cliff in your dream, that's a different version of you in another reality.
Yeah, so
falling
like
off a
if you're
cliff.
walking around, like you have that dream where like you're in school naked. It's a
Wait a
version.
minute. I've never had that
It's a
dream.
different version of you,
Why
and
would
like
you
a
go to school
different.
naked?
Can we just focus on
No,
how
I want to know why you're at school naked.
mind blowing that is? Because then you think about, you think back to all the weird dreams you've ever had.
I don't really dream.
Now we're
I
talking
don't.
about
You?
Okay, well,
I don't
he's-
think I get deep enough into a sleep. I really don't.
I do dream. I had a weird dream last night actually about my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law. She hugged me and it was weird because we don't communicate like that.
But I want to get back. Why would somebody be naked in school?
I don't know, but it's just the concept that when you're dreaming, it's you experiencing a life of a different version of yourself.
Now,
It's just like mind-boggling to think about.
first off, let me point out.
It won't.
This
I
does
have
come
to
from.
pee.
This does come from a movie. Well, you're gonna have to hold it. I'm not sitting here by myself this time. This does come from a movie. You realize, right?
No, I
About a
understand that.
fictional character.
I understand that,
that,
but
doesn't really
if you get past all that and you think about
Shh, did you hear that?
How-
I'm playing Ghost Hunters.
how crazy that is,
I'm
I
Ghostbusters.
mean, it's just insane to think about.
You think that could be true?
Do it like I told you to.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it's just really interesting to think about.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've had some pretty crazy dreams.
I
and-
died in one.
And to think about, like, I had a dream one time where I was at my grandparents' house, and I was leaving, and I had my daughter in the car, and she was young, like maybe 2 or 3. She was in a car seat, and we got into a car accident, and she died
Why would you want to dream
in the
that?
dream. Well, I didn't want to dream it, but that's what I dreamed. And so, but now I'm like, it's crazy to think about. Maybe that was a different
Did you dream
version.
You dropped your phone into an outhouse.
No,
That was deep enough you fell in.
that was the most amazing thing
That
ever.
was the funniest story ever. That story
Okay,
was hilarious.
you can continue with your facts. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm done. I'm just listening to you.
Did
now.
you have weird news stories this week?
It's your turn.
It's my turn?
It's your week.
No, we're doing one apiece.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll have one by the time you get done.
So mine, I don't even have to look at my phone because it didn't resonate, that's not the right word, but it was like so weird that I just remember it. So, okay. Scientists have done experiments, not experiments,
Speaking
but
of
like,
scientists, have you been on and seen where they're showing live shots from the International Space
I
Station?
totally wasn't speaking or anything.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Well, evidently not. It just came through. NASA's doing live shots now from the International Space Station. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so
Okay, back to your story.
anyway, like I wasn't speaking or anything. Rude. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying. Oh, scientists have been like conducting, not experiments, but they've been doing studies on dolphins, right? To learn more about how dolphins work
Right.
and whatever.
How much money
I
did they
just
get for
explained
these
that to you.
studies?
Well, I don't know because I'm not in charge of finances.
Well, that's wasted tax money. Look, it's a breeze.
So anywho,
Anywho,
after doing some experiments, I keep saying experiments, after doing some studies,
research
they determined that dolphins,
that they were wasting money.
dolphins can recognize other dolphins of their family line by tasting the urine.
So it's kind of like the cows that speak in the different dialect, only the dolphins drink urine.
So they taste they taste the other dolphin's urine, and then they can tell if they're related or not.
What? Could you imagine if that was a human trait?
Okay, so I'm gonna put you on blast a little bit here. I don't mean to, I'm sorry, but I didn't meet you until I was 21. Imagine
But
if
you
I had to
didn't.
taste your urine to see if you were related to me.
That's gross.
Like we just
I was gonna say.
show up to meet each other and we're holding cups of our urine to ear.
You want more views?
No.
He said if we want more views, we
That's
should
just-
taste urine. No,
Nope, that's just wrong.
pass.
That would be your category.
I don't want it that bad.
That-
I don't want it that bad.
This is gross.
This horse is definitely.
It is gross, but dolphins do it. It's like the
But
equivalent.
are we sure, or did these scientists just get this money, go out and have a bunch of beer, and then
I don't
say,
know, but
let's come up with this
it's
finding?
the
Because
equivalent.
somebody's got to be on something to come up with that finding.
It's the equivalent of a dog sniffing, another dog's butt, right? They can tell a lot about that dog by sniffing their butt.
Is that why you sniff people when they come in your house?
Yes. I'm like, bend over.
Wow.
I told you.
That's just so weird.
I told you. My daughter
Your
just
phone's about to
confirmed.
go. That's just really weird. My story's even weirder.
Okay, go ahead.
Authorities in a town in Michigan, a small town, responded to an armed robbery.
To a what?
To an
You
armed
gotta speak loud
robbery,
over
an
the
armed
waterfall.
robbery call
Okay.
at a store, at a mini mart type, convenience store. when they asked for a description
Mm-hmm.
of the criminals, the clerk said there's a bunch of guys dressed as clowns, less than 4 foot tall, and about 6 of them jumped in the same car. You can't make this. They found them. They actually used to work for a circus that had been out of this.
They got robbed by the Lollipop Guild.
Could you imagine? And being dressed in that and all in one car. I mean, how easy is that to pick
Like
up?
you walk in dressed as a clown, and try to rob me. I'm
Hey,
sorry,
now,
I'm not
some
taking
clowns
you
could be
seriously.
scary.
I'm not really scared of clowns.
I mean,
Are you
Ronald
scared of
McDonald,
clowns?
he'll give you like a heart attack.
I like Ronald McDonald
I'm not really scared of clowns.
mainly
Clowns
because I
never-
associate him with cheeseburgers.
Yeah, clowns never freaked me out. Some people are freaked out by clowns. What freaks you out?
What scares me?
Bugs.
Bugs, but not to the extent of like, you know, they don't like incapacitate me. Like I would say, what terrifies me is death. Terrifies me.
But we're all going to be there.
The idea of, I'm just scared that when I die, it's gonna be just nothing.
I want to have one of those springs that activates when somebody walks by. So when they walk by, I go ting up in my coffin.
And I'm also scared of situations beyond my control. Like anything that
So
happens.
life.
Yes. Life is scary. Life is scary.
Life will beat you down.
Yeah.
Whistling too.
Oh wow, they whistle.
I can recognize you
Huh.
by whistle.
I wonder if they whistle in accents like
I'm
the
just,
cows.
you know what really terrifies me? I think the thing that terrifies
Having
me
to watch this show over.
the most. Oh no, I'll be mortified tomorrow, I'm sure. But the thing that terrifies me the most is getting old and realizing that I did not do anything with my life. Like I didn't reach my potential, or I didn't do whatever it was that I had wanted to do. Like
So
I
what do you
lived
wanna
my
do?
life and I didn't do what I
So if you could
was
do
put here to
anything,
do.
what would you want to do?
want to write.
Well, you
I
know-
want to be an author. I want to write books.
So what's stopping you?
Life gets in the way of living.
What books you want to write? You were writing a book at one point.
Life gets in the way of living. Life just kind of keeps throwing curveballs my way, and I don't have the time.
Well, you know, if
or
you hit a
the
curveball out in
energy.
front of the plate, it doesn't really break.
Unfortunate, you know, like the unfortunate part is that I spend so much of my time working that I don't have time to do the things that I really want to do with
All right.
my life.
So write something, improv, right now. Go.
What?
Write us something now. Go.
What? Like tell a story?
Yeah, tell us a story.
Okay.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. You have stories right here. I mean, it's not like you don't have them listed.
Oh.
And it clicks. The hamster started turning.
Why did my mind instantly go to unicorns? Like I was trying to come up with a story about unicorns. That's dumb. I don't know what happened there.
I'm like, I'm giving you the
I just
perfect-
my brain just completely rebooted.
Look, I threw the lob pitch right across the plate into
I
your
missed
stories. And swing and a miss, strike one.
Story time.
I couldn't set that up any better.
Are you ready for the story time theme song? Story time.
Story time.
Story time. Okay.
Story.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Wow, you just went over and plagiarized that like within 2 seconds.
I did.
I thought it had to be written down to be plagiarized.
No,
I did.
spoken word can be plagiarized.
Circle R.
You can now claim a profit from this show, which
Circle
makes
R.
no money.
We can't. No, we don't make any money. You can't claim any profit.
I got rights.
We can't even get story time right.
We have 2 viewers. You can't claim any profit.
And I'm not one of
You not been watching?
Yes. I'm here for the live
Man,
version.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry. You better hold it. We're at story time, in case you forgot.
No, I remember.
I wasn't sure. As you take another sip of your...
Did someone go check for my Grubhub? Okay. I'm going to tell you the time about... Let me try that again. I'm going to tell you a story
I
about
was
the
going to say,
time...
did you go through puberty there all at once?
that I got suspended from school.
You got suspended from school?
Yes. And he's a teacher, so he's going to be mortified.
So you got suspended from school?
Did I? We'll find out.
We shall see.
We'll find out.
You look like Otis already.
Anyway, so here's what happened. You ready?
I'm ready.
And break. Okay. So I was in gym class. It was my 3rd year in gym class because I failed the first 2 years. Because I refused to put on this stupid gym uniform. Nope, not making me wear that. I'm not getting undressed in front of people. Nope, not happening. Anywho, I was in gym class, and so there was a group of us, and we would sit along the side of the gym and watch everyone else pass. Basically.
Oh, they're walking around the gym again.
Anyway, so I had a backpack with me and I had a purse. Okay. When I went to leave gym class, I got to my next class and I was like, I have a backpack. I don't have a purse.
So you left it in gym.
My purse is gone, right? So, what happened was, this boy decided he was going to play a prank on me and he hid my purse from me. So I didn't see it when I got up to leave, so obviously I didn't grab it. I just grabbed my backpack. Well, inside my... I went to the office and I was like, hey, I lost my purse, whatever. And they're like, okay, what does it look like? What's it got in it? Standard questioning. And so I'm like, it's a black purse. It's got like tampons. I don't know what's in it. I don't remember. If you know any, ladies out there can attest, 9 times out of 10 there's shit in your purse you don't know about it. You completely forgot it's in there. I don't know. You put something in there and then you completely forget about it. I recently was going through my purse and I found an empty bag of chili cheese Fritos.
What was you saving it for?
I don't know. Anyway.
I've never understood that. Why do women put so much stuff in their purse that they don't need?
I don't know.
That's always wondered.
Because we might need it.
You need an empty bag of chili cheese Fritos.
Well, no. So that, I know why I put that in there. Because I was on a road trip from Florida back to Tennessee and I just shoved it in there. That's what I was in there.
Okay.
Anyway. So, half the day goes by, and I'm freaking out about this purse, because I'm like, I've lost control at this point. Like, my life is spiraling at this point. And, something happened that I didn't control, and that irritated me. So, anyway, I'm spiraling, and whatever. They find my purse, right? So, I get word that they found my purse, and they were like, come to the office. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get my purse, right? So I walk into the vice principal's office, and my mom's sitting there. And I'm like...
That's not a good sign.
That's weird.
The plot twist thickens.
That's weird. Yeah, it's a plot twist. And so I sit down in the chair next to her. First of all, the vice principal spent half the time flirting with my mother. Which was... super awkward, can I just say. So awkward. But anyway, he pulls my purse out, he puts it on the desk, he opens it up, he pulls out this knife, right? And as soon as he pulls it out, I'm like, oh, shit. Right?
Yep.
So he's like, we found this in your purse. And he was like, does this belong to you? And I was like, no. I said, no, that's my dad's. Like, I panicked. That's my dad's. It was my dad's. Okay, but I had had it in my purse over the weekend, and I was using it to sharpen my eyeliner. Because I didn't have a sharpener. So I was using it to sharpen my eyeliner. Because you would sharpen your eyeliner, and this is back in the early 2000s. So you would sharpen your eyeliner with the knife, and then you would take a lighter and heat up your eyeliner so it would go on thicker than it would normally. So anyway, I was sharpening my knife. I was sharpening my.
Do you need to get that email or text message?
I was flicking a bug off my arm.
Oh, I seen you. I thought you were reading. I didn't want to interrupt. So you were sharpening your eyeliner.
I was sharpening my eyeliner with this knife, and I had forgotten that I had put the knife back in my bag. It did belong to my dad.
Drink getting strong.
I had just taken it to obviously use it with my eyeliner because I think I was like babysitting over the weekend or something, so I wouldn't be home. And I knew.
Why was you putting eyeliner on the babysit?
Because after I would babysit, my aunt, who I was babysitting for, would take me shopping to spend my babysitting money because I couldn't keep money in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
I was terrible with money. I still am. Anyway, terrible. Anyway, so he pulls out the knife and he's like, "We found this in your purse. Like, does this belong to you?" And I'm like, "No, it's my dad's." So I told the whole story about why it was in there or whatever. And my mom's sitting in the chair and she's super calm. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm dead. I'm dead. She's gonna kill me. And so he's flirting with her or whatever. And he goes, you know, your knife falls just under the threshold for expulsion. And I was like, well, that's good. That's good news.
Chalk one up for the little knife.
Woohoo! That's a win. So he goes, but unfortunately we are going to have to suspend you for 3 days. And I was like, okay. So I turn and I look at my mom, and I just know that she's going to be beyond mad at me, you know. And she's poker face, right? There's no emotion. She's just sitting there. And so he keeps flirting with her, you know, and he's explaining like what's gonna happen and whatever. And so we get in the car to leave, and I'm bracing myself because I'm like, oh God, like this is gonna be so bad. And so I'm bracing myself, right? So I'm like, okay, preparing. It's gonna be awful. Like I'm gonna lose everything I hold dear in my life. And she looks at me and she goes, well, this is ridiculous, and enjoy your 3-day vacation, I guess. And I was like, what?
Bonus.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, no, it's stupid. And I was like, okay, yeah, stupid.
3-day vacation.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, 100% happened. You want to hear another one?
Sure, why
About
not?
school related? So I had a lot of mental problems. I was in and out of the psych ward. Anyway. So I had
I like the fact you make it's like in The Shining when he busts through the door. I'm back.
So I found it, writing was very therapeutic to me. So it was like poetry and whatever. And then I had a list of people that I just hated, right? It didn't mean anything. It was just a list of people I hated. And like it had like random people on there, right? Like celebrities and like just people I hated.
Mr. Whiffle because he won't let me squeeze the sharp.
Yeah, it was just dumb. You know, it didn't mean anything. It was just like, okay, who do I dislike the most? Because you're number one and here's, you know, you're number two. Whatever. So I kept it all in this notebook with some pretty dark poetry that I wrote. Some pretty dark shit. Anyway.
So it was self-tanning poetry?
So, no. So, in my school, my guidance counselor was well aware of all of the issues that I'd been having, and she'd been working with me and my parents and, you know, whatever. And I was kind of like, I don't want to say they were easy on me, but they were easy on me because of what was going on. And so, anyway, a friend of mine had written a similar list, okay? But at the top of this list, she had written shit list, which could be interpreted a few different ways.
Right.
Okay. The school found it, and they called her in. Okay. And when I got word that this had happened, I rushed into the office, and I was like, "It's mine. It's mine," because I knew there would be no repercussions for me, but there would be for her, right? So I'm like, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And she's in the other room next to me screaming, "She's lying, it's mine, it's mine. I can't let her take the rap." And I'm like, shut up, dude, it's mine. Say it's mine, you know, because I'm not going to get in trouble.
They could hear you saying that, right?
Yeah, it's fine. This was years ago. Anyway.
No, I mean, they could hear you while you were yelling that.
No, I wasn't yelling that. I was like trying to telepathically communicate to her, like, fucking shut up, man. It's mine. Just go with it. Go with it. Anyway,
Telepathically.
she didn't go with it. And she refused to acknowledge that it belonged to me, and she was expelled and sent to the whatever school that's
Alternative school.
alternative school.
With a note saying, "Warning, this product contains nicotine, which is addictive."
And I told her, I was like, if you had just said, yes, it's hers, they would have let you off because they've seen mine. I left my journals in a classroom, and they confiscated my journals and photocopied everything and put them in my file. So they...
The X-File.
Which, by the way, was incredibly unacceptable.
The X-File?
They took my journal, and the poetry that I had written was super dark, but it was a therapy thing that my therapist and I had talked about, that it was supposed to help me, you know, it was supposed to help me to get things out on paper. And so I was writing these thoughts down and whatever, and I was turning it into these poems, and they were incredibly dark, and they were about, like, you know, some pretty dark
crossed
shit.
the line when you talked about Mr. Whiffle not allowing you to squeeze the Charmin.
But they took my journal, and they photocopied everything.
I think you still have some sore britches over that one, sounds
I
like.
am, because it was a huge invasion of my privacy.
How many years ago? Oh, a huge invasion. This is a huge invasion of your privacy daily. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about,
Did you know
like,
this product contains nicotine, which is addictive?
voices in my head or anything.
The voices in my head but doubt you.
So I have to tell one more thing real quick, because my daughter reminded me, and then we can end the show.
Okay.
So, my father-in-law and I were talking about this floor stripper that we had bought to do the kitchen floors before we laid the tile in the kitchen. And we were just calling it the stripper. And my father-in-law was like, "It's in the garage." I was like, "Oh, the stripper for the kitchen." And he goes, "Yeah, it's in the garage." And my daughter goes, "We have a stripper in the garage?" She thought we meant a pole dancer. And I was like, "Yeah,
kitchen.
strictly for the kitchen." All families have one.
We keep them in the garage.
Keep it in the
They
garage.
drink the urine to see if they're related.
Yeah. Fine.
I think it's that time. What do you think? As you take another drink. Oh,
Yeah.
your battery saver just came on.
'Cause I
Yeah.
have to go to the bathroom.
It probably is that time. Well, until next time, don't leave a floater.
I like rum.
Really, you think?